today is the first class where we would be starting off. At least I'll be spending close to more than a month with you guys. Okay, and we'll be connecting every Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. IST. Now, so today's topic which I'll be covering is I'll be covering about introduction to Intune console. Then I'll be creating the ID. I'll be assigning license to you. Okay, these two we will be doing today. Now, you guys know that when it comes to Intune, the easiest way to access Intune, there is a portal called https://endpoint.microsoft.com. Before this portal, there used to be something called as it used to be part of your Azure, okay, and we have to go to the Azure node to access your Intune console. Now, for this course, the tenant ID is, give me a minute. For this course, the tenant ID is the Intune course 07 on Microsoft.com. So this is the tenant. So all your ID, if you're working for Accenture, you would be seeing Accenture.com. You're working for Cognizant, you would be seeing Cognizant.com. Or if you're working for PwC, you'll be seeing PwC.com. But this is a trial version. We'll be having license. This is valid for 3 months. So you can also use it even after the class is over. Okay, it's not a problem. Now, let me start, okay, telling you about this console. Now, we know how to access this console called endpoint.microsoft.com. And if you go to home here, in home, you can see a holistic view, okay, of how many machines are there, what is our account status and everything. Since this is a new tenant, I'll be taking my old tenant and explaining you in there so that you have some objects to link to. You'll have an idea, how it looks. So imagine this is like a production kind of environment. Okay. Now here, if you see in the home section, you can see the installation failures. If there is any installation failures on the client tabs, what is the status of your account? If you have any connector, what is the status of the connector? Is the device compliant or not? Okay, device configuration. We will be going very in detail about this device configuration as well, and how is your Intune service healthy or not? Okay, and you have certain blogs available here as well, which will keep on changing. You can read about these blogs. Okay, we have some more additional time. Okay, now if you come to Microsoft managed desktop, this is a licensed one. Okay, if you have a 365 enterprise license only, then you can see this, but we don't have that license. We will be using EMS E5 license. Licensing itself is a completely separate class, okay, which we'll be discussing on Monday. Okay, now next comes your dashboard. So what is this dashboard? So this will give you an overall idea of your entire Intune estate. So if you observe here, you have an option. You can see platform wise. You can see platform wise the list of machines or list of devices that are present. So currently, since this is in the previous class, we have about 5 students. So we have 5 devices. Okay, and what is the status of the device? Okay, if I have, is it compliant or non compliant? Okay, and if I push some Intune policy, is that Intune policy success or not. This device configuration profile is nothing but your Intune policy. Okay, you will learn very much in detail. Okay, as we proceed within the class, I'll also show you how to derive, and we'll also do one practical scenario that we actually use in the production. Okay, next, if there is any app installation failures, you can see, if you click here, you can see, okay, what is the app installation status. So one of the machines has got one GoToMeeting app is failed. Okay, we go back to the dashboard. Then you can see, if there is any enrollment, number of enrollments, is the enrollment successful or not. Enrollment on its own, there are about 7 to 8 enrollments, which we'll learn in detail. Okay, is your machine compliant or not? Compliant or not is in your SCCM parallelly. If I draw device compliance is nothing but your configuration baselines. You'll push some set of rules. If that rules is satisfied, then your device is compliant. That same way in Intune also there are certain rules that we can specify, and if the machine satisfies those rules, then the device is compliant. Device configuration is nothing but your in on-premise it is your group policy. In Intune it is device configuration or / Intune policy. Now I would want to create my own dashboard. Okay, I would want to create my own dashboard. So what I will do, I'll create a blank dashboard. I'll name it as LaraOnlineTraining dashboard. Okay, now here I can choose what all parameters I want. Okay, I want app protection policy user status. I want list of client apps that is present. I want the device compliance that is present. I want the status as well. Is the device compliance or not? I want the configuration profile status. Okay, oh, I want how many enrollments happened. Any recent enrollment failures. Okay, then I want to see Intune enrolled devices as well. Like this, I can go ahead and create my own dashboard. And if I click on save, I can also preview here. You can go for a preview, see it look like this. Then if I click on save, it will validate. So when I go to dashboards, I can choose either the default dashboard or any other. If you have any more than one dashboard, you can go to browse all dashboards, or I can choose this LaraOnlineTraining dashboard. Okay, next you come to all services. So most of the time in your production, you will use this all services to go to Azure Active Directory link. Okay, to go to your Azure Active Directory. So we will do certain, you should have a read-only access to this to view certain settings. So here you will have a complete access to your Azure Active Directory, at least in the lab, okay, where you can see the list of users, groups, devices, but we will not be doing much in the Azure Active Directory. We'll be mostly focusing on the Intune, but wherever in the production you need to know about Azure Active Directory, where all you will touch base about Azure Active Directory, all of it will be taught. Okay, so no worries about it. So all of it will be taught, you will not miss anything. Okay, next. You have devices. This is my favorite part because most of the time we will be working on the devices part only. So in the devices, in the overview pane, you have 5 options here: enrollment status, enrollment alert, compliance status, configuration status, software update status. So when I say enrollment status, if I draw parallel to your SCCM, enrollment is equivalent to your SCCM discovery. There are 5 discovery methods, right? System discovery, user discovery, like that. In enrollment, it is how your machine is coming into SCCM. That is the meaning of enrollment status. Okay, what here it is in the enrollment status tab, it basically give you the details about Intune enrolled devices by platform, and if there is any enrollment failures, you can see the failures and you can see how many machines has failed, and also you can see the enrollment failure trend here. Okay, if there was any failure, you can see the trend here. Next, enrollment alerts. So what is this enrollment alert? If you have any unassigned device, okay, that is basically if any device is not enrolled at all to your Intune, but it is available in your Azure Active Directory. See, it is available in Azure Active Directory, but not enrolled in Intune. That details you can see it here. Okay, then you have your compliance status. So what is this compliance status? It basically your device policy, your settings, your threat protection. So those whatever compliance policy that you have created, is it deployed? What is the status of it? Is it successful or not? You can see that information here. Next, configuration status. The configuration status is nothing but when we create some rule, okay, or when we create some group Intune policy, which is nothing but equivalent to group policy in your on-premise Active Directory, then those details we will see here. Is it successful or not? Is it applied or not? Is it okay? Any policy conflicts? You can see that. At last comes your software update status. So here in Intune, we will use something called as Windows Update for Business. So when I say Windows Update for Business, what I mean is in your SCCM you use WSS, but here you will not use WSS. Direct deployment from internet. Okay, you'll have a question, how will control, how will get the KB articles, how can I decide this is the KB article I have to deploy? I'll tell you about the advantages and disadvantages of it as well. Okay, so this also is a separate class on its own. Most of the things which I will touch base in today is a separate class dedicated to those topics. Okay. Next, if you come here, you have your compliance policies. I have not created any compliance policy here. So basically, what is this compliance policy? It gives you basically the requirement. Say your password should be in certain requirement in your company. Okay, so you want to have a device PIN. Okay, you want to have a device PIN. Okay, your device should be, your C drive should be encrypted, or your machine should be using only, or all the machines, your environment should be only Windows 10 21 H1, or it should be only Windows 11. So these kind of rules we can set here. Okay, next comes your conditional access. This is just an introductory. All these topics are separate class. So just to give you overview of the console. So this conditional access is to basically to determine, say you want only the machines from India to access your Intune console. If the user takes the machine, he goes to US, he'll not be able to access. Or if he's going to South Africa, he'll not be able to access. So you can control which device can be accessed from which location. If that guy is accessing from a certain location, what resource access he should have. All of those details you will come to know. Next, you have something called as configuration profiles. So what is this configuration profile? As I said, This is equivalent to your GPO. This is equivalent to your GPO. What I mean is, through GPO when the machine is in line of sight to your Active Directory, what you will do, you will do something called as GPO update. Then whatever settings that is enabled in your group policy will come to your end user machine. The same way, okay, you have configuration profiles in your Intune. So what will happen is, we can set some rules. Okay, that's basically we'll be creating some profiles and deploying those profiles onto your end user machine. And those profiles are called Intune policies. So you might not have heard there will be some projects that would come. So there will be certain projects that would have come, which is called group policy to Intune policy migration. Obviously, every project will go through this, and we will also do that practically in our class. Okay. Next, you have scripts. Basically, you can deploy your PowerShell scripts here. Okay, which I will show you in the class. Okay. Separately, we have a practical class for that. And you have your group policy analytics. This is a tool that we use to convert your on-premise GPUs to Intune GPUs or Intune policies. Next, you go to all devices. So here you can see all the device ownership is corporate. Sometimes you will see it as personal as well. And we will be seeing, okay, I'll make you guys to build the machine, okay, and initially your devices will be looked at personal, then again I'll make you guys to build the machine again to make it as corporate. You will see the transition, you will see how it works, what all options are there, all of it you will see. Okay, so this is where you come, okay, you come to devices, you come to all devices. Here you will be seeing all of your devices, okay, and who is logged into that particular device. Basically, what you will see what is it managed by Intune. So sometimes you will see configuration manager also here, okay, and is your device compliant or not? What is the operating system it is running on? What is the OS version that it is having? Okay, when did it last report to your Intune? Okay, who is the primary user? Who's logged in? All of those details, okay, see here. Okay, next, if you come to apps, if you come to all apps, okay, we have deployed few apps here. Now, if you click on any of this, you can also see their overall status of that particular app. Okay, you can see the status of overall status of particular app. So if you come here, if you go to the apps, click on overview, you can see installation status of the apps. Okay, what is the status of the app? Okay, what are the installation failures? If you have deployed app protection policies, you can see the details of it, but I have not yet deployed any app protection policy in this environment yet, but later I will do. Next, when you come to your all apps, okay, you will be seeing certain options like name of the app, type. There are two types that is there in production, that is your Win32 and Lenovo Business. We'll be seeing complete background workflow of all of these two methods. Okay, and you will be deploying the apps onto your end user machines. Okay, you will be deploying the apps onto your end user machines, and it will be completely practical. This will go on for about close to 4 to 5 classes. It's because it's in depth. We will see how your app deployments work. Okay, and you can see the app versions here. Is it assigned to the group or not? There is any issues with my audio? Hello. Others, any issues with my
It's
audio?
good. It's good only.
Now clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
But little bit echo is there. But that's okay, manageable only.
Okay. I'm in an empty hall. So maybe.
Yeah. It's good that we're able to hear it clearly.
Okay. Are you able to understand my English?
Yeah,
Slowly.
absolutely.
No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Indian English only, so you should be able to understand. Yeah. No accent, nothing. Okay. Next comes our users. Okay. Since we spoke about device apps, we'll go to users and then talk about other stuff later. You can see, okay, the list of users that is available, what is their email IDs, okay, what is their usage type, and what is their identities. Basically, identity is nothing but to which domain they belong to and to which company they belong to. Now, if I click on one of the users, you will be able to see what licenses are assigned to that particular user. You will also create your IDs and you will also see the license assigned here. Okay, you'll also see the license assigned here. Okay, next you have something called as groups. This is nothing but your collections. Groups is nothing but your SCCM you have collections on. It is equal to that. There are different groups here like dynamic assigned, device dynamic, device assigned, and sorry, device dynamic, device user, and assigned. So we will do practically, we will write queries and we will create. If you see my existing batch guys have created their own groups, you will also create like that in your lab. Next comes your tenant administration. So what is this tenant administration? Basically, it will give you, okay, your MDM authority. That is the which particular software, if you have SCCM or if you have AirWatch or if you have Intune, which is the software that is actually managing your end user machine. You can see here my MDM authority is Intune. It is located in North America. I have assigned about 6 licenses. Okay, like this, we will be creating the username, but we will be assigning. Okay, and if you come to reports, basically the reporting is very limited in your Intium. So what we will do is we will also go through these reports, but we will also connect Power BI. Okay, we will connect Power BI and we will try to create some default reports that is similar to our SCCM. Okay, next you have your troubleshooting and support. If you have any issues with any specific user or something, you can select the user. You can see the devices, you can see any app protection policies assigned to them, any enrollment failures, okay, and also you can open up a ticket in the help and support for them, and it is free. I hope you guys know Intune support is basically free, okay, and there is some, if you click on help and support, okay, if you click on Intune, this is basically free, you can raise the ticket and they will respond to you back. Okay, as I don't think so there is anything changed on that yet. Okay, now what I will do, I'm going to create an user and I'm going to assign license to you and I'm going to verify if you've got access to Intune console. Okay, now the steps I'm going to follow is very simple. Let me put a notepad. Okay, so our tenant is Intune course 07.on Microsoft.com. What I will do first things, I'll create a first step number 1 is create an E5 license, make the user Intune administrator. Fourth, share the username and password. Okay, this is the normal step that we follow. Most of our class, I will be preparing notes like this based on the questions you ask. All of it will be typed and all of it will be given to you. Okay. So what I'm going first, let me go. First, we're going to create a user. Okay, so let me create one user. First, we'll go to home, users, sorry, endpointermicro.com, users, new user, create new user. Username is Rukil. The first name would be Rukil. Second name or second names. I'm just using your GoToMeeting name. Then I come down. I let the auto generate password. Usage location is India. Job info. Intune Administrator. Department is end user computing. Company name is LaraOnlineTraining. Manager is, it will be me. So let me select. It's taking now more time than usual. Let me go back and you guys able to hear me, right? All good?
Yeah,
Yes,
no problem.
Yeah.
yes,
The
please.
manager is myself. Create. Now, if I refresh, so Rogin, I'm going to go ahead and give you the password, username and password in the WhatsApp group that we have. 1 minute.
Okay.
And I want you to log in and verify and let me know it's working. For you guys also, I'll give it, okay, Ashok and Ramesh also. I'll give it before the next class. Okay, you guys also can verify. And first thing I have to do is I'm going to reset. I'm going to give you this. Once you guys get added to the group, I'll give you, okay. So many things I'll share there. So, and you have to go to endpoint.microsoft.com. And the password is reset password. Okay. Wait, Rogil, don't do anything. Wait. Okay. I'll also come to your screen. I'll see how you're doing it. But wait. Now what I have to do here is first I have to assign your license. Okay. See, now you are just a user, a normal user. You cannot do autopilot. You are not an Intune licensed user. So what I will do, I'll give you Intune licenses are available in many license assignments, or many license options are available. We'll talk about it in detail in the next couple of classes. But today I have to give the so I have to give you access. So I'm giving you EMS E5, okay, Enterprise Mobility Security E5, which will have you can use all these features, out of which Microsoft Intune is one of the feature. Now you've just got an Intune license. That means you are an end user who got an Intune license. You're not an Intune administrator yet. You're not an Intune administrator. So what I will do, I'll go to my Azure Active Directory. So saved. I'll go to my Azure Active Directory. And here I'll go to Azure AD. Roles and administrators. They are pretty basic stuff, but you need to have a process, right, for everything. So Intune, click on this Intune administrator, add assignment, click on it. See? So there is a difference between the role here and role in Intune. We will talk very in detail about it because I don't want you guys to get confused. But to assign an Intune administrator, this is the process. Okay, what is the process? Get user ID, assign assign EMS E5 license, make user Intune administrator, and share the username and password with you. Now I've already made, okay, you an Intune administrator as well. Now if I go to my users, if I go to my Rugil licenses, you can see here assign the roles. You can see the Intune administrator. Now what I will do, Rugil, I'll make you presenter. I want you to share your screen. I want you to log in and verify if it is working for you. Go ahead and do it.
Sure.
Go ahead, share your screen.
Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay.
So guys, I will be asking you to share your screen often, okay, in the duration of the class. It should be like me just walking down the aisle and seeing your screen. Okay. If you're stuck somewhere, I'll come to your screen and I'll help you.
So the password would be this one, right?
Yeah. Do one thing, Rugil. Use a different browser. You don't use the browser that your company is using. You will get confused. Okay. Always use.
No, it's my personal laptop. Personal laptop only.
Okay. I'll give some
It was
password.
like saved one.
So this is my first class, Ramesh this side.
Yeah,
And
this is
I
the
will
first class. This is the first class.
yeah.
So in first class, we will first, I'll give an introduction to your Intune console. I'll create the username and passwords. There you can have access to the Intune console. Now,
Okay.
yes, go ahead.
Hi,
You can ask
sure.
me. Yeah.
Ashok here.
Yeah, Ashok, tell me.
Yeah, for me also, this is the first class.
For everybody, this is the first class. Everybody today only it's starting.
Okay, okay.
Your tenant I just built 1 hour back. Everything is new. Okay, I've still not even enabled Intune in the infrastructure. Okay, Intune is not. So if you cannot connect devices to Intune
Sometimes,
yet. Okay, now what I want you guys to understand now is, first thing is, I want you guys to build a virtual machine. Okay, let me show you. Let me share my screen. You can explore it later. You can explore it later.
yeah.
Yes, please go on mute. There's no problem. Now, what I want you guys to download something called as. See, there's options here. Okay, you can build virtual machine. Okay, you can build virtual machine. Okay, we need virtual machine to be built. Now, virtual machine can be built. These are the options. Okay, Hyper-V. If you have Hyper-V, you can build it. You can build in that. Next, you can build in VMware Player, or if you have license, VMware Workstation, or Oracle Virtual Box. Now, this is free. This is free. This requires license. This is free. Okay, I would say choose VMware Player for it's easy. Okay, to connect to your local machine on VMware Player is very easy. And here, what you have to remember is, I have already shared one drive, Google Drive link like this. Give me a minute. So if you see here, so there is a Google Drive link. Here I have given the ISO. Okay, you can use this instead. You can also download from your internet and you can install. But in case if you don't want to search, you don't want to take the pain to search, you can just use this Google Drive access and you can download. Okay, this is already shared in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you can download and you can install the virtual machine in your VMware Player. So if you don't know how to install, please do let me know. I will help you in the coming classes. Not a problem. Okay. If you know, go ahead and install. One thing which I want to do, the configuration which I want you to remember. Okay. Virtual machine. Your VM configuration should be. Okay. So RAM, try to give 4 GB or 8 GB. I would prefer 8 GB. Okay, prefer. I would prefer 8 GB. Next, CPU. Okay, give 2 CPU. Okay, under CPU give core 2 core. So how it will look is, let me show you in my virtual machine. So I have, this is my ongoing class virtual machine. Okay, where memory I've given 8 GB, processor is 4. So how it works is, you go to your Reddit virtual machine settings. Okay, if 8 GB you can select here core, you can give number of processes to number of core processes for. The only thing is, if you give like this, you will not face any issues. Your class will go very smoothly. Your machines will be quite fast. Understood? Yes. So this one I want
Yes.
all of you
Yeah.
to go. And one more thing is, I also give you the link. Okay, if we Okay, so I gave you options. This option, in case if you have enabled anything, if you're not enabled anything, go to Vmware Player. It is free. Okay, let me give you a link for Vmware Player. Vmware Player link. It is free. You can download from here. You can download VMware Workstation Player 16. Okay, it is quite free. Let me give you the link. Okay, link is shared. So just in the weekend, please download this, install your Windows 10. But one thing is, I want you to don't connect your virtual machine to your Intune, or do not use the username password which I've given you. You create and local username and password. The reason I'm asking you is there are some scenarios which I have to show you. So when you create a local username and password, I'll be able to show those scenarios to you guys. Okay, create a username and local username and password, and we will connect and see, because there are so many methods to get connected, and we will see all of those methods. Okay, we'll try to work out all of those methods in class. Understood? Yeah,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Today was kind of a short class, but your class will not be so short. Okay. Every day it will go on up to 50 minutes to at least 1 hour, sometimes more than an hour if your topic is extending. Okay. Since it was a first class, I don't want to burden much. Okay. So this is how your class is going to be. Understood? Full practicals. Hardly only co-management we will be through a little bit theory. Other than co-management, I don't think so. Everything else will be doing practical. Okay. And hybrid exchange and autopilot. Everything else will be doing practical. Okay. So be ready and make sure your machines are good to explore on your own. Okay, whatever I train the class, explore. And the recording will be shared after a couple of hours. Just remind me. If you don't get it, just remind me early in the morning. Okay, or when you have not yet received the recording, I'll immediately share it. Okay, yeah, understood, guys.
Yes, Kish.
Sure.
Now, any questions, any doubts about how your class is going to be, or anything else? Okay, because we'll be continuing like this. You have anything, we can discuss on that now.
Sir, before this, only demo session is completed, right?
Only demo, yes, only demo.
Okay, okay. So we will continue in this batch. Is it
Come
okay?
again?
We can continue in this batch, right?
Yeah, you can continue with this batch. You can join to this batch.
Okay, okay. And we are not
Because,
part of any what's okay, okay,
no, only people who have paid, Lara guys will
okay,
add them to a group, and I'll be sharing everything in that group. No
okay,
one's able.
okay, okay.
That's right.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, sir.
So normally I limit my class to 5 people. Okay, more than 5 I don't allow, because it's more of a practical session. No, I should be
Yeah,
able to concentrate on everybody. So
sure,
that is
sir.
only. And anything else from Ashok, from you? Have any questions?
Nothing from my end.
Okay. Okay, guys. Then let's connect from Monday. Okay. And if you want, yes, any questions? Okay. So once you guys get added to the WhatsApp group, I will again share everything again. Okay, so that you couldn't have missed anything. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure, sir.
Sure.
Okay. From Monday it is going to be proper class. So be ready for the longer sessions. Okay.
Timing is
And we
same, right,
can
sir? Every
Sure.
day, 7 p.m. IST.
7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST.
Sure, sir. Sure.
And what we'll be discussing in the Monday's class, I'll tell you 1 minute. We'll be discussing about Intune versus SCCM in detail, and we'll be discussing about Intune licensing. Okay, if the time permits. Okay, these two topics is planned for Monday's class. What are all the license methods that we have? All of it we will go over. And I'll also tell you which one we mostly use in production. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. See
One
you guys.
question. One question.
Yes,
One
sir.
question. Actually.
Wait, okay, Rugil,
Yeah,
you
please
first
go ahead.
ask. Then Ramesh, you ask. Rugil, you ask first.
Okay. So with the Intune, server can be managed.
No, no, no.
No, right?
Only workstation.
Only
No servers.
workstation and mobile devices.
Yes. Only workstation mobile devices. Servers cannot be managed. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Ramesh, your question.
And my question is this thing lab thing only. I mean, do we have any Azure registration is required, or else with this Intune registration we can able to do
I
practical
will give
things?
you, yes, I will give you everything. Okay. Yes, there are some licensing requirements, but I'll give you the license. You don't worry. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Oh, for Azure
Okay, guys.
AD, right?
Yes, all the licenses I'll give you. Don't worry about whatever is required for you.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.